Yes, people, welcome to another episode of Free Smoke. I am your host, Millie Wayne. Shout out Jabba Jones, he ain't here today. Big up Mo in the building, big up Spoon, big up Soups in the building as well. You know what I'm saying? Big up Trini, you know what I'm saying? And today we got a big guest. I ain't seen him for a while, so you know what I'm saying? He can tell us all where he's been, you know what I'm saying? But he's a big guest, legendary. Been here from, you know what I'm saying, just under our generation of road rap. So he's been here from the start, basically. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to make him introduce himself.
TMO Trips, most official. You already know the vibes.
TMO Trips in the building, most official. So where you been, my brother, man?
Just been working, you know, like it's figuring it out, basically.
Figuring out what?
The game, music.
So why did you take a break from music then?
I wouldn't even call it a break. It was like figuring it out. Do you get what I'm saying?
Would you say you took a break from putting yourself out there?
Yeah. So I took a break from putting myself out there, but I was actually behind the scenes finding out what works for me and what I like. Do you get me? Because I like to rap. So the UK, it's not so much the top tier thing to do, you get me?
What, as like our kind of thing is rap?
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? Like obviously the industry's moved, didn't it? The scene's changed, so they like something a little bit different. So the
what
sound
would you say they like now?
Drilly, grimy, you know what I'm saying? Grimy, not dark, grimy beats, but grimy, you get me?
What would you say there's less rappers in the UK scene at the moment making music?
There's lots of rappers.
There's lots of rappers,
but the type of rap.
But rapping.
Yeah, because everyone's doing their thing, you get me? But not everyone's doing what we were doing. And I don't mean to just bring it back to like his old school, but I just mean rapping in the most authentic way, you get me?
Yeah, no, that's 100, definitely.
So that's what I've been doing. I just been studying the game, finding out what works for me, independent stuff, trying to connect with the fans. That's really what I've been on.
So what you're taking the independent lane?
Yeah. That's all I know right now.
So what would you say about the streaming, or do you prefer the CD era when we used to sell CDs and put them in the stores like Sale or Return or Hand to Hand?
It's mad because I was young then, innit? So, and I didn't really have a proper
was you then, them days?
grasp of it. Probably like 15, 16, 16 and that. Yeah.
Okay.
17.
So what, you didn't really appreciate that?
No, I did, because obviously it was something then. Like it was properly like something. Like
course it was.
People impressed in listening to man's joints and man from the ends. Like that was crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. So how did you get your name anyway?
Trips, TMO Trips. On my way to school, regularly I used to drag my feet.
Yeah.
And cross over people. Like when I'm walking, I used to cross over people. Like they were walking a straight line, you get me? So man, you wanted to trip me up, Trips? You get me? I was just like, Trips.
Okay. So it came like that?
Yeah, just so normal.
So what birthplace and origin?
Born here. Parents are Jamaican. My parents are born here. My grandparents are Jamaican. But yeah, born in London, raised in Brixton.
I was going to get into that.
Loughborough.
So how was it growing up in Brixton, Loughborough?
Brixton, yeah, you know, but Brixton it's a vibe, you get me?
Yeah, I know, but you see
but for the viewers, people growing up in Brixton is lit.
Yeah.
Proper lit.
1,000,000%.
Like, especially when I was young, it was mad, you get me?
Any stories, anything like that? Growing up, you know what I'm saying? They need to know that.
No, it was like obviously
they wouldn't know about Trips.
Obviously, it was tough out there. You get me? You have to do what you have to do.
Yeah,
it's like you get into survival mode, innit? Because you're outside. It's the streets. You get me? It gets like when you start experiencing different stuff and seeing different stuff, it makes you have to move a certain way, even before you're supposed to. Because you're young.
What would you say you had to grow up faster?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So 100%. How was school for you, like growing up in Brixton? What school did you go to?
I went to Ernest Bevan. Nah.
Primary?
No. Primary school.
Yeah.
I went to Christchurch.
Okay.
In Mitesfield.
Okay.
They say North Brixton, but yeah. So
it's Brixton.
initially before, I was even like in Angeltown, or I was in Mitesfield. So when my cousins used to go out, walk around the ends and go to their friends, they would have to bring us with them. So we was really in fields before we was anywhere. Do you get what I'm saying?
And fields was crazy them times. So you seeing that as a young buck, how was that? What sort of things did you see in the fields that most probably scarred you?
Nah, it wasn't even like that. I didn't, because I wouldn't notice. So young, I'm talking about
Baby.
year 8 and 9 and that, you get me? So I'm not really paying attention really to what they're doing. I'm just here because my cousin has to bring me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then we just got to know, obviously, the gal them round there, and that's what we was growing up. Loughborough, Fields, everywhere. Me and my cousins, we was everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so what's it like teenage years and stuff like that?
Yeah, like 13, 14, like everyone was together. It was nice. We used to meet up at Morley's. There's man from Brixton, there's man from Stockwell, there's man from Kennington, there's man from Tulsa.
So that's more,
everyone's there. There's man from Streatham, there's man from fucking...
So more like you...
Everyone's there, you get me?
You grew up seeing like the ends is kind of united.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't so much passer and beef and politics and stuff like that.
Like this.
So how did you link up with...
I classed the ends like Yugoslavia. You know when they broke up the USSR and it's like Croatia, Serbia. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That shit's wild.
Yeah, that's nuts. Man broke it down like that, you know. So how did you link up with PDC? And even before that, before I get into that, what was your musical inspirations like influence growing up?
Growing up. So
who was you listening to?
My mum used to have like bare Tupac CDs. My uncle used to listen to bare Tupac. My pops used to listen to reggae and that. Sound, man, you get me? So he's got vinyls, and I grew up in that kind of environment.
Same thing, bro.
But in terms of the hip hop space, because he was over that side, my mum would have Tupac CDs. So I remember seeing Tupac CDs. My uncle would be banging Biggie, One More Chance.
And what age was this you remember seeing that?
It was like primary school, year 3, year 2, like early. You know
what did you try and rap the bars on? Did you
I don't remember myself. You know what? In the beginning, I was a football man. But I like
music. You play? What position?
I was a right back.
Right back?
That's where my career took me still. I was a striker, you get me? You understand? I was a striker. Everyone was a striker, you know?
Yeah, no, of course.
You know, I realized,
the manager said right back.
Nah.
Or you?
You know what? It might be them.
It might have been the manager.
They might have placed. They said, right, you're good there. I was like, you know what? Cool. Yeah. Because I like to be that guy, you get me? You know? Yeah.
What teams did you play for?
Accra and then Lambeth Tigers.
Yeah.
And then, that was
That's
my
mad
career.
that you played for Accra. I played for them too.
Yeah. Derek. R.I.P. Derek.
R.I.P. Derek, man. He done big things in the community. Definitely, 1,000,000%.
And Sophie.
Bro.
Big
Definitely.
facts.
I don't remember Sophie. Who was Sophie again?
She used to drive the van in there.
What colour was she?
Black woman.
I can't remember.
Sophie used to drive the van.
Wasn't Derek's wife white?
No, but so that might have been Yuna's time, you get me?
Yeah,
when we was Bucks,
it
was Derek and Sophie.
Okay.
So R.I.P. Sophie too.
Oh, she died as well.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Definitely, man. How was it playing for Accra? Because that team was crazy. That was big for me, brother, man.
See, because I went so secondary school, I went Bevan.
Yeah.
And I'd like to say Bevan had all the ballers.
Yeah.
Footballers. Them man, they was different. Even the ones that was at Accra, they were some of the best ones there. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it was nice. That was like, obviously, shout out to Dawud. He was man's coach, Big Bad Blue. Yeah. They were my coaches.
What's that, Lambeth Tigers?
Yeah,
now?
for Lambeth Tigers.
Yeah.
At first it was Accra and they was there on some standby. But when we changed to Lambeth Tigers, obviously...
What age was you playing for Tigers?
It's the same. It's
same.
13.
Okay.
Yeah, 7, 8.
So when did you stop playing football? What kind of broke out of that? And then you mostly obviously went to the...
Because, so we was doing football, but we still liked music. So obviously grime and all that.
You done grime?
Yeah, the Dizzy, Sidewinder joints, Too Dark and Untouchables joints. We heard those things early, like me and Nuts and all my other cousins. But me and Nuts was like, we want to do that, you get me? Obviously we was all playing football, but we was like, right, we want to do the music as well, you get me? And we were the two that said, yeah, let's do this grime thing.
So what sort of UK artists like inspired you at that sort of time? Was around anyway when you was like 13, 14?
So for me, apart from like the ends where I grew up, that's the only place where I could draw that inspiration apart from like American rappers. So I see Saros, see the SMS, PDC, like all of that is what I was looking at and saying, okay, You get me? But that was after we done grime, started paid in full, and got buzzing like that.
So you see,
because we was around, we was on Sticky Business, we was on J&R's joint, like you was talking about.
Southern Hospitality.
Yeah, we was doing grime on that. Yeah,
that's why I'm also like, cause them times we hated grime. Even though man came up doing grime, I would never knock it, and I always
never
say,
do I. But I always say that's I like rap more.
Definitely more. It's more authentic in the UK than the UK rap, because to me the grime started here. You know, like it started in the UK.
I say that all the time. Just like hip hop started over there, grime is our thing.
It's our thing.
Do you get me? It's not like it was started somewhere. It's our thing, like a UK thing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But it was
100%.
obviously started in East. You get me?
In East London, yeah. So
you get me? So I would like to say that South is more of a rap zone.
Definitely, 1,000,000%.
You get what I'm saying?
At that time,
we've always had that like rapping
rappers.
kind
We
of
got
vibe.
the rappers. I would say that hands down.
And even our grime dons is like
they're
grimy
like
grime dons.
Yeah, they're rappers as well. They jump on grime
exactly.
and rap. So you see, Paid in Full. What was that? A grime group.
Yeah, that was like me, Nuts, and Hyper. Yeah. So, and obviously all my other dons that was with us, you get me, shout them out too, because it was lit. It was good time. Gumbo and that, yeah, because that was the beats master. You get me? He was crazy. He's a legend in this thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Gumbo, man. So what made you link up with PDC?
So obviously we grew up in Brixton. Yeah. My cousin Big Nuts, he grew up in Brixton. My OG. People know him. He knows people. Do you get me? So growing up, it was just like I said. Every time they moved, they would have to bring us. You know, when your aunties is like, "Yo, you ain't leaving them." So we was with them all the time. You get me?
Yeah.
Like that's why we was in field. That's why we was there. That's why we was there. That's why growing up, people know us. Just bare youths, bare cousins, and they're always rolling. You get me? Because that's how they showed us to keep the thing.
So how did you get in there though and start rapping with them?
So. It's just normal stuff. Like a couple of my cousins go to Kingsdale with a couple man from Angel Town. I go to Bevan with a couple man from Angel Town. You just start connecting in the ends, and then you start going over to town and chilling.
But you said you was doing grime. What made you want to come and start like?
No, because that was before. Like me turning from grime to rap. My first actual project was both. So
what even made you want to do that though?
I just saw the man rapping; it was different. That's always the key. Obviously, we saw grime growing up, but before we ever saw grime and garage duns, I saw rappers in it. Yeah. So that was always raw.
No, fact, you're right. No, you're spot on. Yeah.
Like, that was always the thing. You get me? Like grime was cool to get you to experiment and with music and flows and that, but it's always the.
So how much of you came across to PDC when you came with them?
How much what?
How much of you from PIF, the whole movement?
Yeah, all of us.
The whole movement.
Obviously the artist was me, Nuts, and Hyper. But obviously it was like my cousins is bare of us.
And
like
what was your
10,
first project
15,
anyway?
20 of us. Money's a Major Issue. Yeah. Was my first project.
Solo or group?
Solo.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't get to do a group joint.
Oh, you never done a group one?
But we done bare music.
Yeah. No, because like you said, you was all over the DVDs.
Yeah, like
and
even Cirrhosis joints, How to Sample, Murder Blues. Like we was on all of that.
And so you most probably done enough features as well.
Yeah, hella features.
What sort of artists have you worked with in the UK other than your team? Like outside of that?
Outside of...
Even though you may not...
Outside of my circle?
Yeah, even though you may not have needed to, because you would have been around so much rappers, bro. And to get a verse is just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got... Like, when I put out Most Official Volume 1, I got features from SAS. Got them on there, shout out SAS.
Shout out SAS, yeah.
I got Squeaks. I got Teflon on there. Who else was on that one? That one, you see that project there? I was just trying, I was doing, you know, like trying to figure out the game, you get me? So he was just like, all right, cool. You've been just doing your thing. My cousin was like, yo, you need to start doing features and that and reaching out and all that stuff, you get me?
Now you got a network, it's a game.
Basically,
you got a
get me?
Yeah. And unless you just know your thing strong enough by yourself where you just, you know what I'm saying? But
that was like 2013.
It's an industry.
That project come out 2012, you get me? So I dropped Money's a Major Issue in 2005. And then I took Threat to the Game in 2010.
Yeah, that's what we was looking for, and there was one track on there, innit?
What, Threat to the
Game?
Game?
On the YouTube, yeah.
Threat to the Game Alright. So all of those things was on like hood tapes and that. That site's gone.
So when you gonna put them back up?
Yeah, now I'm gonna do things like so they
because streams is running.
Nah,
you know
the
what I'm
fans
saying?
can
It's
get
different
them
now. You know what I'm
physicals.
saying?
You get me?
Physicals and streams, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna put because you know what? Most of the beats is American.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't actually a full homegrown project. You get me? Beats
Did you have beats from UK producers on there too?
Yeah,
Okay.
Hometown. That was made by Danny Brown. I was the first one to do a Hometown. That tune was crazy. Should have done more with it. You get me? But so it go. But that was.
What you mean? Use that sample?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the maddest tunes.
Where's that? Is that on the YouTube and all that as well?
Yeah, it's there. It's there
Okay.
still. It's there. It's crazy. It was a good song. Trust me.
So how long was you with PDC for then as well?
That was like from I'll say alright, so
And
it
what
was
did you-
always that. Like from even before music.
Yeah.
Like when everyone was in jail and when like I said, we was all in Morley's like young. That's what it was. We was all that. Like it was us from Brixton, but the energy was that. With even man that was from Kenneton, Stockwell, wherever, you get me, it was the same energy, you get me? So that's what I was in the beginning. So when we got to music, it was easy like to make that transition with the man, you get me? Because we was already connected with the people.
See when Shaq done CFR, was you a part of that or was
Yeah.
you still PDC? So you was CFR too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's mad. Still free Shaq too as well, man. Free,
Coolio.
definitely. 1,000,000%.
And even with that, like my thing, even now, it's still the man them. It's still like the same people from the beginning. Do you get what I'm saying? Even now, the man them I'm rapping with now, they're still the man them from there. It's not the same people, but it's still the man them that I grew up with. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm not with nobody new.
What do you mean, like faces? Is it the same people you're rapping with, or you're saying it's like younger ones come up?
No, the same people as in Naja Souls, Nathan Heights, Mus Mag. Like I'm not rap KC. Like I'm not rapping with no one like random, like you've never seen me with before. I'm still rapping with the man that I was with 15 years ago. Do you get what I'm saying?
But you're all doing solo projects, but you can come together as a
that way
collective. So what do you think about networking and that? Do you think it's important?
100%. It took me long to like get it fully. Cause you always know you want to network, but you still have an ego and like, fuck that, you get me?
Why would you say you had the ego there?
Cause man's from Bricky, man had that. You get me? Like, fuck it, man's the best. Like, it is what it is. Like, that was the energy.
Why do you think that energy?
Why? Like, even everyone that's associated with the man them has that. So, like, you man are generals too. You man have that too. You get me?
Standard.
So you know exactly what I'm saying.
That's why I'm asking you. Why is that there? I want to hear it. Like from your point of view, your angle. Why is that there for you? It's legacy.
It's that, innit?
This is how it's been done.
Yeah. So that's how you feel. Like this is what this is. You get me?
Yeah, I always said that South London's like the Brooklyn of
like
this.
This is what it is, fam. Like, it's
definitely, man.
So growing up, you always have that source, that energy, like, rah, man's on the Brix, man's on South, like, you get me?
No,
like,
facts, man.
Yeah, bro.
So what's your like favorite track you've recorded?
Ever?
Yeah. Can you have a couple?
Hometown definitely in there.
Yeah.
Pack Poem, that's on Made in the Bricks. That's fire. It's one of my favorite joints.
And Made in the Bricks is a new thing, isn't it?
I put that on the 20th of August.
And that's for the people. Go and check that out. Made in the Bricks, TMO Trips. It's on all streaming platforms.
Or you could go on Bandcamp if you want to support and you get some incentives. Prints, merch, everything.
What was you saying about networking now?
So it's good to network, innit? Because I've realized, like, before, you stagnate yourself when you don't network. How are you gonna meet anybody if you don't network? You get me? A few years ago, I'd be like, I ain't going to no parties, you get me? For what?
So you're saying you step out to the parties now?
100%. I'm making them see my face. You got to do it a different way, you get me? I'm trying to interact with the fans solely, so I'm not really thinking about platforms. I'm thinking about the fans. So get out to the people, you get me? Trust me.
What did you think of the UK platforms that's out there?
Do you see them?
No names or nothing.
No. The UK platforms are cool because they're doing their thing, but you realize the way they go, to get me, they like to act like they don't know people. So it's okay, you get me? Then you just realize, boom, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to get there. and you're gonna see man, but you're gonna have to just cover man. It's gonna be like that. You get me?
Do you reckon?
Because it's easy to like, you know, once you build a scene, and you've already got your darlings, you're set. You don't really look nowhere else. You get me? So if you used to say something about UK hip hop, or I don't even like to say that, but hip hop in the UK, they wouldn't know where to look to. Do you get me? Immediately in their thought should be, oh, who's doing that grime shit, brother? But it wouldn't be that. Do you get me? So you just have to navigate and find the people that do rock with that. Like the youth who done the artwork for me. He's from Yorkshire. He loves hip hop. I networked to find him. Even, you get me? Like,
What
even
did he
just
do?
reaching out.
And reached out and done it for free.
I reached out to him. I saw it somewhere. I saw it on one of them American artists platform, showing a UK who done artwork for them underground dons.
Okay, I think I might have heard about this
You get
guy
what I'm
here.
saying?
You know?
So I reached out to him. He's from Yorkshire, bro. Like, he's putting in work. So I tapped in with him. He done the cover for me. And it's about just staying in the space that you want to flourish. I keep saying, build your own ecosystem and flourish. Work with your dons, work with people that are like-minded like you, and just build. Because the fans are there in masses.
No, of course they are, man.
It's not about no...
There's a piece for everybody.
There's
a piece for everybody. No, 1,000,000%.
It took me long to realise that still. You ain't gonna worry about none of this.
But
You just gotta
what
go.
did you think at a time? Like, what's your...
That's why... Go on.
Yeah, go on. You go on.
No, that's why you like taking so long, you get me? You're trying to figure it out. The game's doing so much, and like, you just have to figure out, okay, am I just gonna push with what I know I can do?
Yeah.
Or you gonna conform to what's going on, you get me?
Yeah.
So you have to battle with that.
So how was that in your head?
That was a tough one,
It was
you
a
get
tough
me?
one.
But it wasn't as tough as, because I always been rapping.
Yeah.
Like, always, so it was never a problem to say, I'm doing something, I ever done something different. Like, I always been barsing, you get me? That's always been the staple of my thing, you get me?
Yeah, like right now, it's even,
was just a battle to
even from before,
figure it
it's time for the people who's got the bars to come back out and make some music, you know what I'm saying? The game can't just be one way, you know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say that there's enough for two sides to exist. They've already got what they got over there, flourishing, crazy. Man can build a scene, not even a scene, man can build an ecosystem where man is getting spreads directly from the fans and living nice.
You know, of course you can, 1,000,000%.
Obviously, you're not going to get it all off the music. You got to have something else, some art, some merch, some something. Because obviously, you know, the streams is crazy with the music. It's not, you get me? You have to have some other stuff.
You got to do it all.
Yeah.
You got
so
to
that's
do it
what
all.
I've been studying, do you get me?
So what do you think about the growth of the UK scene from our day?
That's crazy. They're getting hella money. So there's growth. You have to appreciate the growth. You get me? And say, yo, the men are getting paid. You get me? Like, but I would just like people to know, man, is cornerstones of that. Don't forget, man, is cornerstones of that.
1,000,000%. That's why it's for like our generation, even your generation, the one just under us, to never stop working and keep on working and make sure that it's known that you're a cornerstone, and that make sure you get some of that bread too.
Exactly, because it could go two ways. You could look and just be that old guy grumpy that
sour.
Man.
Yeah, there's enough sour old man. I hate sour.
That's dead. That's never gonna be me, because I'm not preeing you.
Yeah, just doing
my lane is my lane.
That's it, bro, man.
You get what I'm saying?
So what's your like worst and best experience in music?
Worst and best?
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a best yet.
You know the best?
Like,
what's your worst then? Hurdle kind of.
So hurdle-wise, it's just realizing that, okay, as nice as you are, some people don't give a shit. You get me? So when I'm saying that, like, platforms and that, they don't really have to tap in.
No, they don't.
They should. They don't have to. So you see when I'm like, okay, I'm nice, I'm this nice, hella bars. Bro, I've been on your platforms, I've smoked it. You get me? I've smoked all things in the UK. Like, I've been on there and smoked it. So if you've seen someone that smoked things, it should be a natural thing. Like, rah,
for you
this
to
guy's
reach out
dope.
to the artist.
Like, if you don't, then you know, this is kinky.
Yeah, they do, but they handpick.
That's my point.
Yeah,
so if you've already got your superstars and your favorites, it is what it is. Man, I have to build over here.
That's what it is, exactly.
Just create something, you get me? That man can flourish in.
1,000,000%, man. So, what advice would you have for a young artist coming up?
Just do you. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about the smoke and mirrors. Just stay focused on your craft. If you know that it can work, stick with it. Don't make nothing deter you, because there's people out there that rock with you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, 1,000,000%.
So just keep going. Just get there. Don't quit.
So where would you
no matter
like
what
to...
no one says, no matter if the scene changes, no matter, just keep going. You get me?
And what, doing you or change with the...
You change with the time, but you don't change you.
You, yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
1,000,000%.
So you just keep going. Like, you keep doing music. You keep doing whatever it is you love. You get me? Because the moment you stop is when you're going to live with those regrets. You get me? Because you're going to see others surpass you, and doing it ain't going to be upset and grumpy, and you don't get it. You're not gonna understand it, but it's because you didn't fulfill what was destined for you. You get me? And maybe it wasn't destined for you because you never happened, but there's a chance there to get it. Just get it. Don't worry about nothing.
No,
Trust
facts,
me.
definitely. So you've done Made in the Brix now, yeah?
Yeah.
So can we expect any more music from you and stuff?
Of course.
Any videos and stuff?
Yeah, videos is coming ASAP. Merch, CDs, all that. Prints, all that good stuff that you'd wanna get, because I'm in this for the long haul.
So what made you want to come back and take it serious?
I always love music,
even though you've always loved it. You've always been rapping, but now you're back, yeah.
Because it's like this. If I stop, then I've quit. Coward thing.
So you're not quitting.
How?
So you're not
How?
quitting.
I don't care what no one thinks.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm going. You're going to
not
see
quitting.
me. Because you know what? People know I'm nice. So you have to get out of your own way and give yourself a shot. Once you give yourself a shot, bro, the heavens is open.
No, you've been at bars and you'd only be discrediting yourself by not giving yourself a proper shot and taking it serious and going for it, bro, man.
And people see me and just talk about old stuff. Like, they see me like, bro, I remember that bar there, and it's a grind bar. I ain't done that for 20 years, 15 years or whatever, you get me? Like, they're like, oh, no, you're fire. There's, what's his name? Lippy, saying I'm cold and that, but he's listening to old shit. So if they're going off my old shit saying it's nice, I know my new shit is nicer, you get me?
Yeah, no, definitely,
so
man.
it's just about getting out there, tapping in with the fans, and just being
even when they hear that freestyle when it comes out, that's fire. So they're gonna know that you still got this shit.
That's what
bro,
I'm
man.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's all it is. Just linking up with situations like this, because it only helps. You get me? For the culture.
Yeah, no, facts, 110%, man. Yeah. So what's your 5 top artists in the UK? And you
currently,
and you can give me US as well.
That I like.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be bad. So I'll put it. I was gonna put the whole Griselda as a crew.
So you liking what they're doing and what they're trying to bring back?
Yeah. That's you get me?
Yeah.
It's encouraging, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, them. I'm gonna put J Huss in there. I like J Huss. I'm gonna put Abracadabra in there. There's one tune I like. I'm gonna put one more UK in, and I'm gonna put US down.
I was on about 5 UK.
Just UK?
Yeah, 5.
So why do you say put US?
Yeah, no,
US
you
in
can
there
put
as well?
US in there separately. So you're
just
gonna
a
do,
separate list.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna say, if I had to pick, I'm gonna say J Huss, Dave, Abracadabra. There's one guy I heard from East. I think his name's KO. He's got a tune I like. I'm not sure still.
What about US then?
I say Griselda, Rock Marcy, Favio. Who else? What's on my list? Who's in my?
You listening
I
to
listen
right
to bare
now?
underground youth, so I say
Is
Action
it?
Bronson.
Yeah.
And
You're listening to all the rappers, isn't it?
yeah,
It's just-
literally. But I tap in with, like, I got a little brother, you get me? Shout out Young Trips. He plays joints, so I catch them through the wall. Sometimes I Shazam joints, you get me?
Is your little brother rap as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
What's
fire.
his thing like, yeah? Fire. What's he, more drill scene?
Yeah, not drill, but it's like more wavy trap, that type of
Trap,
bag,
yeah. So what do you think of the drill scene?
It's good.
It's good, yeah?
Like, they're doing their thing. Like, it's errors, innit? So this is their thing. Like when if man was young today, that would be exactly man's thing. You get me?
You'd be doing the exact same thing
in terms of the artistry, like just talking smack. You get me? Because I was talking smack too at a stage when I was young. So this is just over those type of beats. You get me? Because they're doing their thing. Because we're
coming from the roads and that as well. Yeah. So, what advice would you have for the road youths coming up? That's trying to they're trying to live this lifestyle that we're trying to run away from.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for them?
I would say
that's glorifying it. You know,
I would say to them, if you don't really recognize that, like if things repeat themselves. So if you see something before you got of age, you saw the same things happening, man, go in jail, man, and you can see it. You have to recognize that there's going to be a point in your life where you say, "Rah, this is long." Don't let that point be later than it should be. Do you get what I'm saying? Let it be long. Meaning when you're 17.
Don't make it be.
Don't be 25
sitting in the cell when you just realize that point. Yeah, no, facts.
Make it be 17, 18, early doors. You realize, right, this is kind of dumb. You get me?
Just make it be. You've seen it with your eyes, and then you realize that's not for me. Still, yeah, no. 110%.
Like, and even if you're drawn in, and there's some situations you can't. Like, things have happened, innit? Like you have to grow out of that. Do you get me? We can't just forgive. You have to grow to, you get me? So certain situations you can't really say, just figure it out, you get me? But you have to recognize that at some point you're going to say, well, this was dumb, you get me?
So is there anything other than rap that you do? Or any like other business ventures or anything that you're into or anything like that?
I'm trying to get into this like merch and art things. I want some shows and that. So if anyone out there is doing shows, holla at TMO, we ready to work.
Did you do shows before?
Nah, I'm fresh. Like I'm fresh, brother. You get me? But I've been around. You get me? So I can gauge and I can get into things.
So say being a rapper, what's your favorite part? Like recording or like performing? Because for me, it's performing.
Oh, I was gonna say writing.
You like writing? You like creating?
I like creating it. Yeah. You get me? Because I ain't really done the performance bit yet. Like I've done 1 or 2 performances in my early days, but see, you writing it and you write something fire and you're like, oh my days, this is crazy. You get me? Like that feeling there is energy.
I know what you're gonna go with anyway, but I gotta ask you, what bars or image or both?
You need both.
You need both.
But bars it should be
predominant.
Yeah. Even if your image is like, what, 40%, you're gonna look good. You get me? But you don't have, you can have a 40% image, but still be nice. You get me? Obviously, should be more, to be fair, but you should be able to work with that and have 80% or 60% bars. It should never be half and half. You get me? You gotta go more with the creation. You
mentioned Griselda. Don't you think they kind of broke that theory though? From how they first come out. Not now how they look. They got bare chains, chunky, everything. But
that's what I'm saying.
They were just in like a tracksuit, just spitting
that's
bars,
what I'm saying,
bro.
Fam. And it gives you the life through, but because it lets you know that 2 things can happen. You get me? Like it's a whole thing. Like I studied that whole thing, bro. You get me? And obviously, like I said, my little brother listened to the UK shit. So I see everything. I'm not blind, you get me? I see what's going on in the industry and I see what's going on there. And I know that can work. So it's...
And what's that, the lane for you to slip in?
Slipping, bro. The UK is still new. Hip-hop's what, 50 years old? Or something? So how old is UK?
How old is hip-hop,
this
man?
grime got to be
I don't even know.
Grime got to be like 20, 30 years old.
Yeah.
Like at least.
And
so that's grime though. But I'm saying the rap side it still needs to be built. There's many things still need to be built. You get me? There still needs to be someone to break the mold. And then look at us and say, right, them UK niggas is dope.
So what, you don't think no one's broke the mold yet?
No, in terms of, like, some of these UK dons should be in the same thing with Roddy Ricch and that. When it comes to BET and that. They shouldn't be in best international. Bro, like, you get what I'm saying? It's supposed to be that. It's supposed to look like that, you get me? Once we take the UK off the front, it's not something different. It's that. We're just in that, you get me? So we want to compete with those people, you get me? Not just against ourselves, but in your field, you get me? That's dead.
Yeah, I feel you still.
I don't want to be that. I want to be in there with the Kendricks and
Yeah.
whoever, you get me? Benny's and that, you get me? If they're getting in those awards,
Yeah.
the UK rappers, like Dave, whoever, they should be, that should be the energy.
Do you think UK rappers have reached that level yet? Or there's one out there now even maybe that you think that's that good?
Yeah, because a lot of the American ones are not that good. Do you get me? So there's some I can say, okay, take him out and put him in. That can happen, you get me? So like that, instead of putting him in best international with like Burna Boy or some, it doesn't make sense, you get me? Like you gotta just be
Rap.
Yeah, not in with a South African rapper, just with the rappers, you get what I'm saying? The whole bunch went over here in a different bunch.
Would you say the gap's still the same or has it come closer?
It's come closer because people are connecting. As much as it's not like, even like the underground youths, they're connecting with them underground dons. The man them that are in the industry are connecting with the people in the industry over there. But it's not like, even though people are doing that, there's not enough of the fans recognizing that you actually fuck with this person and you actually believe this person can rap. So you know the thing for the American public is, can he rap? You could do really everything,
Yeah, no, of course.
but when you go on the street, they want to know, right, can he really? So I can love you even more, you get me? So it's just like that, you get me? We gotta, I'm telling you, we gotta like just break that bit to when they look and they say, yeah, them niggas is cold. They're cold, you get me? Just that, like literally. And then that's how we build the bridge, and it's just one thing. Like,
do you think they
rappers,
listen to UK music out there?
there's definitely a piece
They're tapped
of them.
in.
Yeah,
They're tapped in a bit,
Like
but
it's
do
not
you-
like it's niche. It's still a niche thing, because I feel like when you call it UK this, you put it in a niche thing. You're making it something away from the thing. You get me? It's just hip hop
wouldn't you
or
say,
it's
because
rapping. You get me?
it's remember, like you say, New York's the mecca for rap, yeah.
Yeah.
So if anything's coming from like exported and it's
Anywhere
been
else.
imported, it's gonna have to have a name on it. I
Stamp.
think a stamp in it.
No, because it doesn't have to have a country tied to it.
Yeah.
Man is just spitting. Man's just rapping. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like once they
But
put that,
they're
they
gonna-
look at it different.
Yeah.
But it works two ways. Because
They're gonna
you could
ask,
say
where's he
UK
from?
rap and they could be interested. Like, oh shit, this is UK done. But they could work the other ways where they just bunch you off like, oh, them UK. You get
I
me?
don't think I would mind still. I just as long as they appreciate it and they say that UK rapper's spitting, he's dope, then I'm cool with whatever you say, man. As long as you know man's got bars
That's
or
a
something
fact.
like that, man.
That's a fact too. Just respect the music, but respect the pen.
Yeah, no,
man
1,000,000%.
does rap too, you get me?
No,
So,
1,000,000%.
like, and man makes music, like, it works, you get me? So once we crash that door down, it's over.
So what would you like the people to know about you, man?
I just like them to know that I'm back working, I'm here, dropping nothing but fire. Merch, prints, everything. I'm out here, I'm outside.
And what's the socials and that for them, man, so they can be tapped in, man?
It's TMO Trips on all platforms. It should come up straight away.
Okay. So you missed the YouTube kind of era, innit? At the start of it, because we did as well. Like we wasn't,
did
we
we
wasn't
miss it?
tapped in, and
We didn't understand it, but I don't think we missed it.
We never missed it, but we wasn't tapped in.
yeah,
because you had a whole new generation of rappers that was tapped in and was just
That way.
was flooding it.
That
but
way.
We should have been flooding it, but we wasn't. So
100%. We
that's
didn't
one of my
understand it.
questions.
I just don't think we understood it at the time. Even Apple Music and that. These things was there.
So you see, question for you. See, like when like the DVD and the CD, was you thinking, where do I go?
In terms of what? To get rid of them? To get them off?
Yeah, put music out.
At that time, it was just a hand-to-hand thing. That I was just thinking, right, where's the people? Where's the people going to be so I could get them this DVD, so I can get them this CD? You get what I'm
But
saying?
that's what I'm saying. The people reached a time when the people didn't want that no more.
Okay, so
they,
when we
they
talking about
just
when the
wanted
people...
Rise. Is it on Apple Music?
Okay,
Yeah.
so when it got to that,
Yeah.
it was like, you know, the hood tapes isn't that. Because that was still important at that time as well, you get me?
Yeah.
So I would put my stuff on hood tapes. So if a man was already on Apple Music and I wasn't tapped in to think, well, I could just get a original product and put it out there. I'm not thinking, oh shit, I need to be very ready musically to put something on iTunes, we would just pull it on hood tapes. Do you get me?
And even though we touched the DVD thing already, but you was on all the DVDs, isn't it?
The majority of them, yeah.
Where you do like Streets Incarcerated and them
that
sort
was
of things.
It's mad because the first time, like, I like to say that my senseis in this music thing is Rose, R.A., Corleone, and Naj. That's who showed me how to pen the way I pen. That's why. That's why I think I'm so ill. You get me? Because those are some ill rappers.
Shaq's one of my favourites still.
That's what I'm saying.
Shaq's one of my favourites, definitely.
It's mad. After that, so yeah, basically we just had to get the DVDs to the people. So after that, it would just be hood tapes. Like after DVDs and all of that died down, I would put my music on hood tapes because that's the only, not the only, but that was one of the main platforms in the UK that I knew that people tapped in with. Do you get me? Yeah.
And how much CDs did you put out on hood tapes and them sort of things there? So what would that be, like Media Massacre as well?
That was before. No, it was kind of the same time. But yeah, Media Massacre got some of my stuff as well.
And the next one, Mixtape Madness or something.
That's the new one.
That's a new one now, yeah, okay.
Back then it was probably Media Massacre, hood tapes, UK Overstood, those kind of, do you get me?
And how much mixtapes in total did you have out?
I put out this is where my music gap gets in it. I put out Money's a Major Issue, 04, 05. Put out Threat to the Game, 2010. That's the UK Dons love that. Especially Birmingham. Shout out my Birmingham Dons because they heavily fucked with Threat to the Game. Do you get me? So yeah. Then I put out.
Would you say that was your biggest mixtape, Threat to the Game?
Until I dropped this one. But the meaning with let me just give you the run through. Then I dropped Threat to the Game. Then I dropped Most Official. That was alright. Then I put out The Meaning with Naja Souls. That's one of my favourite projects as well.
So that's a joint mixtape, yeah?
Yeah. That went under the radar, but that's fire. That's one of the best joints out. People message me now like, this was an underrated classic, like crazy. And then obviously Made in the Brix just came out. That's my baby right there.
What do you feel about that?
That's my baby. Yeah, that's that thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like it's...
So you see, like before, would you have been happy with every track? Or like, is it, you see this Made in the Brix, you're happy with every track?
No. Well, Threat to the Game, The Meaning, Most Official, no, Money's a Major, everything I was happy with all the tracks apart from Most Official. So, but this one, I'm happy with all the tracks.
Now, I'm going to take it in properly, definitely. I'm going to take it in properly,
Take it in if you haven't taken it in. It's only 30 minutes, but it's fire.
Yeah. How much tracks is on there?
10.
10 now. I'm definitely going to take it in, man.
It's a nice listen, you get me? And it's just show the people that, yeah, like I'm just creating. Like I will never box myself off because I know I started with grime. I know I can do different things. So, you get me? This is a soundtrack.
Would you go back to grime?
Nah. It's too.
Just said nah.
It's gonna take away some of the words. You get me? It's just, yeah.
Why would you say that? You can fit that in, man.
Yeah, but I don't like to be there.
What?
Yeah. Saying all that.
Yeah.
Just wanted to.
I could tell from your style of rap.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you talk it. You just want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 1,000,000%, man. Well, it's good to have you back in the game, bro, man.
Seriously, respect, man. Appreciate it.
Definitely, and it's good that you even came down there. We appreciate that.
Had
Free
to.
Smoke, you know what I'm saying?
Where does he see himself in the next 5 years?
Did I ask you that already? Where do you see yourself?
You're trying to finish it too early.
Or where would you like to be? Nah, it was there. I thought, you know, some of the things I thought I asked you already, you know.
I'm trying to be cemented. Nah, I'm cemented. But as far as UK, I'm trying to just do more because I took so much gaps that there's people that don't know me. So from 07 and that and my being lackluster with the music, putting it out, there's a lot of people that don't know me.
No, of course.
So I use this thing as a rebuild, as a start again. So next 5, tap in with the fans 100%, build this merch and just get cemented properly. Where man can't even, so where I'm thinking, you can't look past it. It's right in your face. From here to where man started and you wasn't looking, now it's right in your face. You can't help but see it. That's where I'm trying to be in the next 5. Yeah,
God willing, definitely everything goes 100%. To plan, man.
And just all me and my brothers just doing this thing, just create the ecosystem and we just flourish together. That's it.
Nah, it has to be done, bro, man.
Everyone can get it. We been here, we can get it, brothers. Trust me.
No, it's good, bro, that you're even back. Like I said, it's good to have you back rapping. And like I said, I hope we more of the man them start rapping again and taking it serious and putting out projects and
100%.
getting their just dues what they're supposed to get.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, wasn't trying to wrap it up quick. You're due a part 2, definitely. You know what I'm saying? You just come back, fresh back in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
You definitely get a big part 2 when the co-host is Jabba Jones is here
That's
too.
That's
So
facts. Jabba, you let me down, Jay.
But yeah, now like I said, love for coming, my bro.
You already know, bro.
That's
Appreciate
another
you having
episode
me.
of Free Smoke wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, Millie Wayne. You know what I'm saying? And that's Free Smoke, Free Smoke, Free Smoke. Big up TMO Trips for coming down. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love.
Tell him I'm straight, I'm talking things. Tell him I'm straight, we talking things on things on things on things. With my bands, don't we friends. Can't see no lens. Yeah, bitch, we screaming out. Free Smoke, we giving out.